I'm Mark Warner, and we just wrapped up a day of campaigning in Henrico County. I started the day with May Navarre, a great candidate who's going to flip a red district to blue in this year's House of Delegates races. You guys give me hope being out here this morning. From where I work, it's been kind of grim. We did an all-nighter about 10 days ago when we were trying to stop what I think was probably the worst piece of legislation I've ever seen in my life. And everywhere I go, across Virginia, around the country, people say, well, what can we do? What can we do? Well, we can speak out, we can protest, but the biggest thing we can do is get out and vote. We then went and literally knocked on campaign doors, maybe surprised a few votes with your U.S. Senator showing up on your door. But we heard about what's going to drive people to the polls this fall. I spent time with some of the Warner campaign fellows. These are young people from 8 different universities across Virginia, where they shared with me what keeps them up at night and why they're involved. I really want to thank all of you guys for being fellows. I can imagine how hard it is for your generation, to be getting engaged in politics and public service. I mean, the fact that you had to live through COVID, and the disruption that had to cause in all of your lives. The fact that college costs continue to go up like crazy. As you get out of college or decide to go to graduate school, you're coming into a job market that's really funky.
My sister's a public school educator. Just seeing how overworked, undervalued, and underpaid our public educators are is an issue that really keeps me up at night.
Mm-hmm. Oftentimes folks think it's just a salary, and that's part of it, but it's much more than that. We want to make sure that we're also supporting the families that they serve.
Senators, the question that keeps me up at night is reproductive rights. My mom's life was saved after she had an ectopic pregnancy by an abortion. I wanted to ask what is being done here in the Commonwealth and in the Senate to protect reproductive rights.
That you are now growing up in a world with less rights than my wife had when we were young. And frankly, my 3 daughters. I think it was outrageous that Roe v. Wade got rolled back and erased. And if we take back the Congress, we can try to enshrine those rights.
The one issue that keeps me up at night, I really think climate change is kind of getting ahead of us.
First thing we got to do is get rid of this awful bill that not only cut healthcare and food, but it also cut incentives for solar and wind. We also have to put more money into resilience, communities that are living close to areas that could flood. So we just got to stay relentless.
One issue that keeps me up at night is the Trump administration and their budget cuts.
You're right. We have more federal workers, more federal contractors. And it's one of the reasons why we've dropped from first for business in the whole country to 4th, because Trump has got a plan that it's not like an organized plan, it's just arbitrary. You got to cut 8%, 10%, 12%. So it's more important than ever that we get out and you raise your voice, that you volunteer on campaigns. Together, we can make a difference in not only bringing Virginia back, but also taking back our country.